at the time, that was your level.
Thanks to who?
Sulia.
All right, guys, let's get in now, and we are here to talk about Jurgen Klopp.
Kloppo.
Now, Klopp is leaving Liverpool after how many years in the team, Joe?
A long time, like 8 years.
I think he's done like 8 or 9 years.
8 or 9,
8.
yeah. It's been a long time, yeah.
All right, so yeah, Jurgen Klopp, people say he's a legend. People say we're just throwing the word the legend away, but I think probably you can give him some legendary status for the club, because Liverpool is a club that normally connects to the manager. If you look at what's your legendary?
Hodgson.
Oh, Royalty never. Oh, the other guy.
Kenny
Dalglish.
Bill Shankly.
Bill Shankly and
Bill Shanks. So Shanks has been the legendary one, and now Klopp looks like the next person. He's giving you guys champions.
Guy will build a statue for Paisley, yeah.
Yeah,
so let me start from the origins.
The origins.
Jurgen Norbert Klopp.
Yes.
Before he came, we had the worst manager who has ever managed Liverpool.
No, relax. Rodgers or Hodgson, who was worse?
Brendan Rodgers.
Really? About Rodgers?
He made me
Rodgers got
faith in the team.
Rodgers got you second.
Yeah, like you got really close.
Where's the trophy for that?
It's not his fault. It's Mourinho.
Yeah.
Mourinho and Steven Gerrard.
No, but after that we lost the Palace game. We were leading and then we lost.
The one Suarez was crying.
Those things, you know, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah. So before Klopp came, we had Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
Who he made me lose. Ask everybody. I tore my jersey.
Yeah.
Threw it over
jersey.
the balcony and was done. I remember it was Man U versus Liverpool 3-0.
The one that Mata scored that overhead. I remember. Yeah.
This my breaking point. It was a square ball, and Glenn Johnson, the best defender, he just kicked it into the path of an oncoming Man U guy who just put it in 3-0. I tore my jersey that day, and I swore on my life that until Brendan Rodgers leaves the team, I have nothing to do with them. And then they announced Klopp for the cup. After his
so at that point, after the season that Liverpool bottled it, when Rodgers bottled it, the next season,
I think Rodgers was still there.
He was still there.
He was still there the next season.
But it wasn't.
That was Gerrard's last season.
So what happened, and then Rodgers was taken out?
I think you lost to Spurs or something. I remember some Spurs
What
game.
happened? A calamity of things. The guy was just the identity of Liverpool was gone. Like I couldn't. The players that we had, Balotelli, no hate to Balotelli.
Yeah.
That's a bad example. Let me bring that number 9. What was his name?
Ricky Lambert.
Those were the kind of players Liverpool were signing.
Yeah.
Ricky Lambert.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Well, he was doing well at Southampton before he came, though.
Does he deserve to play for Liverpool? I mean, he did get an England call up and all of that, but does he deserve to be starting for Liverpool weekend?
No, but at the time, that was your level.
Thanks to who? Brendan Rodgers. Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. So when they announced Klopp for the cup, finally, and he was doing a madness.
Klopp was supposed to be on his sabbatical after the Dortmund Champions
League.
He had like a bad last season with Dortmund. Yeah. He was going on. But I remember that thing when they signed Klopp, I was so hurt because I really wanted him at Arsenal. And this Wenger guy was not going. And Liverpool swooped in and took him.
We needed somebody to steady the
And I remember your first game, just the first game, you could tell that this is a different team.
So he came, you see, and what's good about people like Klopp, they are characters, you see. They come with their own ideology. They don't want to fit in to the club. So people like that are actual first team managers. So they manage the whole, am I using the term correctly?
Yeah.
Like they're in charge of the whole club, down to the transfer, everything, not just like a coach for the who's. So they come with their personality.
Right.
So as soon as he came first season, I think we went to Europa. Was it the final? I think that season we played against Dortmund. On the way, we were losing. We lost the first leg by a big margin. Yeah. And the second leg, that's when you could see that, okay, we have a real guy in the booth now. So we came back. It was so Lovren scored a dramatic header. Sturridge was in the fray. And already new players were being
ushered in slowly.
Not only ushered, but they were like reborn. Talk about Firmino.
Yeah, right.
He was a left back or something under Rodgers. Like, it shows how clueless the guy was Klopp sees this guy and sees that, okay, this guy has a different style of play. Even though I need hard pressing, that I can fit this guy because of his quality.
And he saw him at Hoffenheim.
Yes,
so
exactly.
He knows who he is.
He knows that, okay, I need this kind of player to play. Unfortunately for people like Balotelli, as soon as he came, you have to go because you are not going to fit how I'm going to play. I like those strong characters.
Okay, so now let me play the devil's advocate, right? Do you feel like he has underachieved? Because on low key, he spends a lot of money. He failed. He only won.
Remember net spend? I think it's because of Liverpool that net spend became a thing.
Coutinho's not Coutinho. Coutinho's the one who's holding that net spend together. I forget that.
Well, it is what it is. Yeah.
And he only won the Premier League once. Mm-hmm. He lost 2 Champions League finals to Real Madrid. I mean, it's Real Madrid, but it's also Liverpool for win. He went for a long time without winning a trophy before he finally won.
So it's so funny you mentioned that because Klopp promised us when he signed that in 6 years he will give us a trophy.
And so you know can how crazy. Think about it in even today's terms. If a manager comes today and says that, wait for 6 years, people will be like 6 years. This guy sack him. What is he saying?
But you see, it's because of how bad, how lost the team was. So he had to give us something.
Because before he came, I think before Klopp came, your last trophy was like 2008 or
no, I think
2012,
some cup like that,
some league cup or something. Yeah. It had been a while.
The whole Liverpool. I mean, I was a laughing stock. Can you imagine? So when Klopp came, my belief came back. Yeah. So as you're saying, he said 6 years, he's gonna win something. Now imagine 5 years.
So what do you think was the turning point? Was it a specific player?
So everybody is alluding or pointing to this Norwich game. We
the one he broke his glasses.
The one he broke his wild celebration. Everyone's like, oh, it's just Norwich. What are we doing? What did they call that thing? Dog guard of honor. Going to the
club the fans
against Norwich. But it was a feeling. We could tell that, okay, now we are ready to play with whoever comes. And this is, so fast forward 6 seasons, he's going to win. It's now the 5th season. The guy has still not won. Was on that. But luckily we went. What was the trophy? Was it the Champions League?
I think first one was. That's a good. Wasn't it a League Cup?
Was it a League Cup? I think it was the Champions League.
Was your first ever? Was his first ever trophy
in 2019, 18-19?
It's true.
The Champions League was his first one.
But was it the first final? Because we already went to
You went to the Europa League final.
Yes.
And you lost.
That was the first season. We lost against Sevilla.
Yes.
I remember Story scored such a beautiful killer that day. But Sevilla is their
trophy. Wow, it's true. Your first trophy was the Champions League.
Yes. But before that, we had already gone to the final when they broke Salah's shoulder. And then
that was the year before.
The year before. Karius went to do his best. He went to do his best twice for us. And oh my God, I was so hazed that day. I remember that day I drove with my friends to watch the match. I left them there. I went to...
The funny thing is, there are videos, bro. There are videos, they open the door, they go. I said, Joe, where are you going?
I went to.
And they go.
I was so hazed.
So what's all this legendary stuff about him? Okay, but...
You see, so it's the way we competed, you see. And all the... You see, they said we only won one, but it wasn't for a want of trying. Like the Premier League like this. Even though we're going against Pep, you see, a lot of people will be intimidated, but we went with them toe-to-toe to the end. Imagine losing only one game in the season and not winning. Getting 97 points.
You see, I wanted to be the devil's advocate and hate, but I can't hate, bro.
97 points if in the Premier League.
He is. I think he gets that respect because the only manager that has gone toe-to-toe with Pep Guardiola. I mean, taking him out of the Champions League every year, 17, 18, quarterfinals. They actually destroy City. So with all those games and the style of play and how he's been successful with it, without the trophies, you know that this is a manager that's in charge.
And even the season Real Madrid beat us, we had Bobby Firmino scoring 10 goals. Right. Sadio Mane scored 10 goals. Salah scored 10 goals. And the top assister was James Milner that season. So the way we played was just amazing to watch. And we were competing at the highest level. Like the season we were laughed at that we won only 2 trophies out of 4. We actually played every match available in the season.
You just lost.
Can you imagine? We lost the final against Real Madrid 1-0. and
you lost the final of the Premier League
on the last day. We even took the lead.
Yeah.
Salah scored, and we thought we had won.
Was it Aston Villa that?
And Gerrard was
City
the captain, the coach of
Aston Villa.
They were winning with Coutinho as well.
Yeah.
And then Gundogan just came back, and then City did what he do. So it's not for a want of trying. Even the Champions League as well. Real Madrid scored us that one. After we won, we went back again to face them, and they scored us again. And the next season, we played against them the quarterfinal, and they scored us again. So it's not as if we are just in the mix or when we try the season. Even this season, you see, and talking about 97 points, this season, Arsenal is top. I think they just go to 80.
Yeah.
And there are 3 games left. Almost. Look at that. But we went to 97 and we still couldn't win.
I think you got 98 another year too.
And we didn't win.
97 and 98. Man. It's crazy.
So if people talk about his legacy, he only won. Bear in mind, from where we were when he came, Brendan Rodgers, remember, to becoming the best team in the world, winning the Club World Cup. That alone is enough to say Klopp deserves a statue.
Yeah, honestly,
he does for Liverpool though.
At Liverpool,
even like in the Premier League, he's like literally a Premier League legend.
He is.
He's only won one, but like he's a legend.
And it's the feeling he brought. You see, and at Liverpool, it's a very emotional club. So when you have a guy like that,
the thing is, it went beyond Liverpool. Like I don't think anyone hates Klopp.
Nah.
Like we don't like Liverpool, but everybody likes Klopp. You know what I mean? I mean, from his press conferences, like he's just a down-to-earth guy. His relationship with the players.
And when he has something to speak on, like he's like talk about this.
Very passionate,
Liverpool always playing early kickoff. Talk about needing more subs.
If it wasn't for Klopp, I wouldn't understand how the early kickoff thing works. I thought maybe it was like a random generator.
No.
People are specifically
Liverpool there all the time.
The TV
and after
people
sometimes, like, what are you doing? Why? And sometimes we play Wednesday or Thursday.
Because you give them the best football. And
why should we be punished for that? And you see, the last time Guardiola was talking about it, because they played the Champions League Wednesday,
right? And
they had another game. Meanwhile, I think the other team, Man U, who played on Sunday, were not doing anything the whole week.
That was the FA Cup.
A lot more thoughts as to go into this.
And he also was the advocate for having more subs on the bench. Because because of COVID and all that. Now it's benefiting everybody.
Like to wrap it up, what do you think pushed him over the edge? Why do you think he's leaving?
He's tired. Look at the energy. Like, you have to understand, he's a human being. Look at the energy he's using and he's giving his energy to the players as well. It's not just because when some people, you see how the emotion he uses when he's talking to even players who are not that good have become amazing players all of a sudden. Like, what's this guy's name? A Greek left back. He's a good player, but he's not like let's say on Robertson but when they are not there, the guy plays like
he does his job.
And that's what you said in the beginning, that he came in as a manager, managing the whole football club. Right now, modern football, you just have a first team coach who's focusing on training the players, giving them the tactics, and then there's a director of football, technical director, and all that.
He was in charge.
And that's what it seemed like United has been lacking for all this period. They are bringing in coaches to come and play that general role, but Klopp has been able to be the manager of everyone, and he's been very good at the club, influencing transfers and all that. I think he leaving, the hierarchy is going to change. Now Richard Hughes is coming as technical director, and then they're going to bring in and Slot. So I think all that is what's taking a toll of he said that in his last meeting, he just realized that when we were discussing what's happening next, he just realized that he's not ready for it, and he's not interested. And he told them honestly that this could be the last. And I think he's going to be the last breed of managers that are going to stay for a long period of time. I think people are going to come 2-3 years and they're out.
Because fans are no longer pushing. So the final verdict.
My favorite Klopp saying or quote, turning the doubters to believers. He said he was going to turn the doubters to believers. And I don't think anyone
he did it.
We all believe.
He did it.
Shout out to the normal one.
The normal one. Yes, the normal one.
All right.
And that's it for Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Norbert's Klopp. Great legend of the Premier League. And then wish him all the best in whatever he does. Liverpool always love him. He'll never walk alone.
Sulia.
Sulia.